up, y'all? Empress Ari here, back at you once again in another video. I hope all is well with you today. In this video, let's discuss why it's so hard to visit with certain people after only a short period of time. You may be a person who can go sit and hang out places with people and visit with them. But sometimes it seems like the longer you're there, the more things begin to get weird or even uncomfortable for you. After a certain amount of time, you are ready to leave. And it's different for each individual person. Like with one person, you may only be able to sit around them for 30 minutes until you are feeling uneasy and ready to go because of something that they said or something that they did. And with other people, you may be able to sit around them for hours. Maybe you consider yourself an introvert, or you could be a person that has experienced a spiritual awakening. And if you did, then interacting with people after a spiritual awakening changes things a whole lot, which I made a video about. Be sure to watch that video. Because you see the world and people and their ways very differently. It becomes so obvious for you to see certain things. Not everyone has experienced a spiritual awakening, and some people never will, no matter how hard they try. Many times, it's probably hard for you to be around certain people for too long because all of your senses are heightened and you're very energy sensitive. People can say words that are lies, but their energy doesn't lie. Since you're so energy sensitive, it's so easy for your energy to be drained. And this is going on while your intuitive skills are rapidly increasing. And right now, it's stronger than ever before. You probably have learned and adapted to feeling more comfortable when you are alone. And you probably really enjoy your alone time. But there's people who you may be around sometimes that feel the complete opposite. Many of them do not feel like that when they are alone. If they don't have other people around them, they feel very lonely, they feel lost, naked, they even feel powerless. Many of them don't even realize this. And some of them, they aren't even treating you badly. For some of them, you just want to protect the relationship that you have with them by not sticking around for so long. But they get so offended by this. They be like, oh, you acting funny. You switching up. You acting different. You're not specifically trying to act any kind of way. It's just that you really see them. Okay? And their exposed ways are making you want to be around some of them less and less and less. No one is perfect. There are people that have their certain ways about them, but these folks still hold certain titles in your life, and these are people that you still want to have in your life to some degree. To continue these relationships, you might just go and show your face and presence for a little while, and then you just dip on out of there. Especially for a person who has already been awoken by God, because it gets so hard to keep sitting around a bunch of foolishness. You just be ready to go. You might not stay all day and all night, but you will come through and you do it the best that you can for as long as you can, for as long as it makes sense and is enjoyable for you. There are probably multiple people that you are connected to that they don't really live their lives like you, okay? But at the same time, they never did anything to hurt you or backstab you. They may have their ways, but they also are cool people in certain ways too. Sometimes no foolishness even has to happen. You just want to leave before you let a certain friend or family member ruin the moment. So you leave before they do, because you naturally have developed a mental time limit for how long you can be around certain people. You just know how some of the people in your life go. You know how some of their behaviors are. Soon as they start to talk in a certain way or behave in a certain way, you just be like, oh, that's my cue. Let me go ahead and get on out of here. You be like, you know what? I'm going to catch y'all later. Y'all be safe. And it's certainly not because you think you just so saved and sanctified. And it's not because you specifically trying to be your introverted self or just specifically trying to be antisocial. These individuals have the nerve to be so shocked and mad that you don't want to hang around their toxicness all day and night. But you don't want to get hung up about them being offended about you not staying long. Because at least you came, at least you still participating and partaking in this relationship with them. They don't even realize that they're being toxic. They think this is regular and normal, and something must be wrong with you for not wanting to be around it for too long. Many of them, they get so deep in their feelings. Don't let them see you trying to gather your stuff like you ready to go. They be like, well, what you doing? Golly, you leaving already? But you just got here. You leaving soon makes people think that you're acting stuck up. They think that you believe that you're better than them. The whole time they're so busy getting in their feelings for nothing. They not realizing that you really left early so you will want to come back and see them again another time. They not realizing that you hurry up and got off the phone with them so you will want to talk to them again next week because you already know how they are. You will know exactly who you have to be like this with because the longer you stay around certain folks or talk to certain folks, the more comfortable they are with their toxicness. And then they start to project it onto you. Whether they realize it or not, that's one thing, but you sure realize it. You're only there for a good time, not a long time. That's why you be leaving. But see, when you are there and you're having a good time, that's what also confuses them and also gets them in their feelings because they feel like, okay, well, if y'all are having a good time, why do you want to leave? You just trying to leave in peace and people start making their comments. You know, they just want to start saying things to you. They be like, oh, see such and such, they too good for us now. Oh, see such and such don't have no time for us now. It's just hard to be around some of their toxic ways that they don't see. And you just have a way of knowing when it's time for you to go. These people are so quick to jump to conclusions, not realizing that this rarely has anything to do with time, and you don't mean any harm to their feelings. You just looking at the bigger picture. You just trying to save the longevity of this relationship with them. As you continue to make improvements and elevate yourself, to some people, your energy is becoming almost addictive. People like being around you, and they don't want you to leave. That's why they get mad when you say you have to go. But regardless of how they might feel, you still have to look out for your best interest of how you will feel if you cater to their feelings and overstay. Not to mention, the energy recharge that may come with that is no joke. Sometimes you can leave from being around certain people after overstaying, and you just feel like you just did something. Like you just be like, did I just move furniture? Did I just run a marathon? You just feel like you just did something big and it was a big thing for you to do and you're so drained. That's how your body can begin to feel, like you're just so worn out and you probably were just sitting there talking and hanging out. You could literally experience real physical pain in your body when you are trying to recharge yourself after being around someone else's toxicness for too long. As you already know, you're not like a lot of these people. While you're not perfect, a lot of these spirits are just way too unclean. You're built differently and you think differently, which is why you're starting to fit in less and less with people and stand out more and more. You've clearly been cut from a way different cloth than most of the people that you meet or already know in your life. You are a person that genuinely loves people and accepts people for who they are. But your level of realness has increased a lot, which changes how time is spent with certain people. Those that see your value will continue getting over being offended about you spending less time because they will begin to understand you more. Those that don't understand and choose to remain in their feelings may be, unfortunately, some of the relationships in your life that fall off. Your time with these folks may have expired. It's okay to stay only long enough that you feel makes sense for you. Do what you energetically can do, and that's enough. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be back soon. Peace.